Breaking news that's coming in a display of stunning precision. The Border Security Force successfully has targeted and destroyed 3 terror launch pads across the international border. BSF forces struck targets 2.2 kilometers inside Pakistani territory, obliterating the terror hubs. The operation, carried out with unmatched accuracy, viewers, is a clear message that India will not hesitate to eliminate terror threats, fulfilling one promise of Mitti Mein Mila Denge. My colleague Dharni spoke with the army over this entire thing, with an officer, in fact. Take a look.
How they targeted the terror launch pad. I am being joined by IG Shashank Anandji. Shashankji, thank you so much exclusively for speaking with Times Network. Sir, how did you manage to launch the terror launch pads there along the international border, particularly in several sectors? As you have mentioned that there have been, retaliation and movements observed over there.
So we were anticipating that post the Pahalgam massacre, some sort of an attack on the terror launch pads from our forces was imminent. We had started preparing, and at the same time we had also mapped the launch pads which are in close vicinity to the international boundary here in Jammu. And we had decided that in case the adversary fires upon us, we will utilize that opportunity to destroy those launch pads. And exactly the same happened. Luni, Mastpur and Chakbura, these are the 3 launch pads that have been destroyed by BSF using its special weapon systems. These launch pads are situated close to the IB, across the Aknoor sector, the Araspura sector and the Samba sector. And the BSF also wanted to send a message to the counterpart and the adversary that this will not be tolerated. BSF is on vigil all throughout the year, day in and day and night, and we know the kind of activity that it takes place on the other side. And the message that we wanted to send to Pakistan is that it is better that you destroy these launch pads yourself. Otherwise, our forces are capable of doing that. And we hope that this message has gone there strong. And however, we will not let our guard down, and we are prepared to handle any kind of situation that is thrown at us.
The message is definitely loud and clear, sir, from the side of BSF, who is also known as the first line of defense. Last question, sir. During Operation Sindoor, sir, what was the strategy that you will be striking down all the, say it be the launch pads or the bunkers, or several videos that we have majorly been seeing of the BSF coming forward and destroying the posts?
So you see, our policy was of not opening fire until we are fired upon. However, this time, when we witnessed a suspected group of persons advancing towards the IB in the dead of the night on the intervening night of 8th and 9th of May, we decided to open preemptive fire in order to prevent that group from harming either the BSF posts or the border population here in the Samba sector. There were also inputs of infiltration of terrorists in the garb of cross-border firing. So that was also kept in mind. And as I mentioned that these launch pads were mapped by the BSF using our own sources, and we were able to carry out strikes on 3 of those launch pads. There are certain other launch pads also which are yet to be acted upon, and we are waiting for any opportune time that we get, and BSF will definitely attack those launch pads as well.
Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations. So that was in fact with Times Network, who was decoding the action that has been taken.
My colleague Tejashree with BSF IG Jammu, Shashank Anand, who is giving out more details of what exactly has happened. But remember, this is an important proof, ladies and gentlemen, that you are seeing on your screens of how the Border Security Force of the country has destroyed terror launch pads. This is the latest video that we've got for you. The visuals are enough to nail Pakistan's lies. My colleague Tejashree is with us on the broadcast. Tejashree, we just heard the BSF IG detailing on what exactly has happened. I believe you're also joined by another officer. Go ahead.
Well, yes, I am exclusively being joined by DIG Samba, SS Maan Saab. Sir, if you can please tell, because Samba has been one of the most sensitive sector during ceasefire violations. We have seen that how Pakistan targeted Samba. Several drones were also seen. How, sir, you managed over there at the international border at Samba, and how did we retaliate?
You see, the forces, they remain prepared for such challenges. The Jawans, they sat and toil during training and rehearsals, and we were ready for such situations. That's our job. And we saw that movement in advance that day, and we went in for preemptive strikes, which scuttled their movement, and they were blown to pieces. And we have inputs that they have suffered serious losses in that, assault by BSF on their movement. And thereafter, we went for their posts as well.
You mentioned about we have caused several damages and destruction. Sir, if you can please detail that what kind of damage and destruction they had to face because of our retaliation.
There was a movement of 40 to 50 guys, So they were poised for infiltration, or they had planned to target my troops in the forward line. So we went in for that, and that group also suffered losses because they were seen running and falling down in that area. And thereafter, their posts, as expected, they intervened and fired on our BOPs, and which were retaliated very forcefully, and our fire was very, very effective, and we achieved our aim, and they were seen running away from their posts.
So you mean to say that they tried to infiltrate during the firing?
No, they were coming, and what we appreciated was that the moment they reach near the border, they will get fire support from Pakistan post. So that was a critical, moment to take a call, and we took a call and we hit them first.
So, sir, how did you take that first call of hitting them and bringing their posts down, bringing their bunkers down? Because we have seen several videos also from Samba sector that how the posts were decimated, and also, in fact, the rangers fleeing from their posts.
This is conventional wisdom, one has to go. We are ready for this. These things are brainstormed in advance. Our situations are brainstormed, discussed, and responses formulated. So we knew what we have to do.
Operation Sindoor is still on, sir. We have been also reporting from the border areas. 24/7 patrolling is going on. CCTV surveillance, entire monitoring is going on, sir. We are still on alert. If any movement, then what next?
What next? He will get back. If he tries it again, he'll get back very forcefully. That's the promise of BSF to the nation. So we'll get him, and he won't dare to do it again.
So is there any approximate numbers of the posts that were destroyed or decimated?
I think DIG has given the whole numbers of the whole frontier. I am aware about my sector, but I think he has already given the numbers. You can talk to him. He has detailed, numbers of all the posts in entire BSF section of LC as well as border.
Thank you so much. So that was a DIG from Samba who was in conversation with Times Network. And also let me tell you that Luni was the sector, in fact, where the terror launch pads were destroyed. And in fact, we'll talk to DIG who was handling that sector. Sir, Luni mein jis tarah se we saw that how the terror launch pads of Lashkar-e-Taiba were destroyed. If you can decode, as you mentioned, that in 2 phases they were destroyed.
Yeah, basically we got the information on the 9th that which was indicating the presence of militants at the Luni launchpad, and immediately the plan was conceived and put into place, and accordingly simultaneously fire was opened from 3-4 places to confuse the enemy and to save our own men of any retaliatory fire. It gave us a really fantastic results, and we totally devastated the launch pad.
So what kind of intel did you receive at that point of time when there was a terror movement over there in Luni and several other places as well? But as you mentioned that there was movement, and then there were also casualties.
Well, Luni has always been was an old launch pad, and it was quite active in the 90s and from 1990 to 2000. In the last say 8 months or 9 months, we got approximately 10 intelligence informations which indicated the presence of militants. So of late we knew that though it was not being used for the infiltration, but certainly it was being used for some sort of transit by the LET, and this was a bright chance for us to take it out.
And during Operation Sindoor also it was used as a launch pad?
They intended to, because there was no point, there was no other explanation for them to bring the terrorists at such a forward location.
How they went? What was the strategy then, sir, to target it and to bring it down?
See, what it says is we conceived the plan and put it in execution, wherein we put it in the phases, wherein first we launched the fire on the Luni pad, and after another 2 hours, when they start coming back to see the damages, again we launched a surprise attack on them. So not only we killed them in the first phase, and when their search parties came, we targeted them also.
So Lashkar-e-Taiba's terror launch pad also destroyed, and there are also casualties reported according to the intel reports, as you mentioned.
Yes, we are aware of that there is a heavy casualty on their side, but I would not like to speculate the numbers.
But there are.
Certainly there are.
All right. So, sir, already now, if there is any kind of movement to retaliate,
See, we cannot trust him, and we are all prepared to. And if he again tries to do some mischief, he is going to for another beating.
so if any mischief from the side of Pakistan, there's going to be another beating from Indian side. In fact, that was DIG who was in fact also decoding that how a strong action was taken from Indian side to decimate or to in fact bring down the terror launch pad of Lashkar-e-Taiba. This was the breaking news that we gave first on Times Now. Also spoke to the IG, who also in fact gave the strategy, that what was the strategy to bring these posts down. Also in fact I would like to show the weapons that particularly were used at the time when Operation Sindoor was carried out. These are the exclusive visuals that will be giving to our viewers over here on Times Now. So these weapons are displayed over here, and these weapons were used during Operation Sindoor. And on the night of we saw that how the posts were brought down. The mortars were also fired. Sir, इसका इस्तेमाल किस तरह से किया गया था, कैसे इसको पूरी तरह से डिस्ट्रॉय किया गया था, इसके बारे में आप यदि बता पाए तो।
जी हाँ,
ये कितना कारगर रहा है?
कैसे डिस्ट्रॉय किया था इससे?
इससे हमने दुश्मन के बंकर को तबाह कर दिया। बाकी दुश्मन था वो छुपाव में बैठा था, लेकिन उसको उसकी आवाज़ सुनाई दी, उसको काफ़ी नुकसान पहुंचाया। बाकी जो बंकर का नुकसान है साफ देखा जा सकता है।
इसका इस्तेमाल कैसे किया जाता है?
इसको इस्तेमाल कंधे पर रख कर फायर करते हैं, पोजीशन के अनुसार। जिस प्रकार हमको आड़ मिलती है, जैसे खड़े होकर आड़ मिलती है तो खड़े होकर फायर करते हैं, बैठने की आड़ मिलती है तो हम बैठ कर फायर करते हैं। जिस प्रकार की आड़ इजाज़त देती है उसी प्रकार से हम फायर करते हैं।
All right, we'll also move towards this weapon and get an understanding that how this was used. Sir, इसके बारे में आप बता पाए कि ये कहाँ पर, कैसे फ्रंट लाइंस पर डिप्लॉयड थे इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर पर, और इन्हें कैसे इस्तेमाल किया गया पाकिस्तान के बंकर्स को डिस्ट्रॉय करने में?
इसका जो नाम है एंटी मटेरियल विध्वंसक राइफल है। इसमें दो टारगेट को अचीव करते हैं हम 1800 मीटर और 1300 मीटर पे। ज़रूरत के अनुसार हम इसके बैरल, बोल्ट, मैगजीन और साइड को बदली करते हैं। इसकी मैगजीन के अंदर 3 राउंड आते हैं और ये सिंगल राउंड ब्रिज लोडेड बोल्ट एक्शन पे काम करता है। और